Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back. What we're going to be doing today is checking compressor out on this 2009 Honda Accord, which is actually the vehicle that we did last video, which was my headlight and brakes. Yeah, right? Okay, so what we're going to be using today is I'm going to be using a test light and a voltmeter and a bunch of leads. All right, look at all these leads going everywhere. And I'm going to be using some wiring diagrams. Same thing as last time, all right? So what we got here is basically the wiring stuff for the, there we go. We got the wiring diagrams for the compressor, okay? So we got the hot at all times up here. If you can see it, it's in the green, which is our fuse. And then we got our AC compressor clutch relay, right? We got here. Then you come down here to the AC compressor. This is what we're going to be diagnosing, right? And then we come down here. This is actually your ECM. Okay, that's where all your signals are going to be sent from and everything. All right, moving on. So we'll come back to the wiring diagram in a little bit. I'm just going to show you guys the readings for the resistance on the compressor. Okay, pretty simple. So we find the wire that runs to the compressor, hook up one of our leads to it. All right, preferably, your positive one, which we got leads everywhere. So what we're going to do is we're going to disconnect this. This is for a test later. All right, just got to reconnect these here. Okay, so hook that up. Now what we're doing is we're checking resistance. Make sure you're on the resistance, not the volts, and make sure you ground it. I'm grounding it right here. Good ground. Okay, I'm going to let it read for a second. What I've been reading is more around like 4.6, 4.5. Of course, it would change on us, right? So it'll go down slowly, or it might come up. But five, that's a good reading, right? That might fluctuate a little bit. What we don't want to see is 0 or out of limits, which is like really high resistance, right? Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to be checking to make sure there's power coming to the compressor. I'm going to do that by using a test light. So we're going to move over here to this side to the fuse box, and right here to the harness. Okay, so what we're going to be checking here is I want to see if I got any power coming in. Sorry, it's on this side here. It's a blue and a red wire. I know that because I looked at the wiring diagram. It's a blue and red wire that comes in to the back of the harness here. Okay, I'll push it in here. No light. Okay, so there's no light there. Now what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to start, moving our way back on the diagnosing process. Okay. So we got no light there. So what I'll do is I'll come over here, look at my wiring diagram again. Okay. So right here, the blue and red wire here. Okay, it comes into the junction box. Okay, which is this right here. This is our junction, right? So then we are going to come up here to the AC compressor clutch relay, and we're going to want to check all the components inside here. So I tested the clutch relay earlier. The clutch relay was bad. All right. So now, since the clutch relay is bad, we still want to check, see if we're getting power to the relay. So this side, the first side that I'm checking is the fuse side. Okay, let me find the hole. There we go. Okay, that lights up. So I'm getting power to that fuse that you saw earlier. That's the always hot fuse. So there's that. All right, we got power there. And then what I'm going to check is back here. All right, I'm getting no light. Car on? Car on? Hey, there we go. We got a light. Okay, this is the side that's coming from the ECM that's sending the signal to the compressor, right? So we got power there. And that was the indication that my relay's bad. All right, so now that that's done, now that we're done with the resistance, checking, making sure there's power going to the compressor and everything, now what we're going to do is we're going to go down and do our visual inspection, right? And then after I get done with my visual inspection, I'm going to show you guys how we're going to check, see if the clutch plate's working on the compressor. All right, thanks guys. We'll be moving on in a second. Okay guys, so like I said, we're going to move on to our compressor clutch plate. It'd be nice if my stuff would stay connected, right? So I'm just going to connect this back down to the wire on the compressor. By the way, this compressor is really easy. It's just a single point connection, real simple. Okay, now I'm going to have an assistant to help me with this. What we're going to do is we're going to take these leads here. I'm going to apply voltage to the compressor down here, to the compressor clutch plate. Let me correct myself. And what it's going to do is it's going to suck that clutch plate in, right? So Well, actually, what'll happen? I'll do this, and my buddy's gonna move the camera down to show you guys the clutch plate. Let me know when you're ready, Steve.
Where's the light?
Light.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna do it one more time so you guys can see it. All right, so that right there is how you activate the clutch plate. Okay, it's gonna suck in, make sure the coil and the magnet's working inside there. So now what I'm gonna do is you guys look down here, right? I'm gonna take this clutch plate off. Normally it has a bolt on it. We took it off so we can do the visual inspection here. So we're gonna look inside here, right? I mean, it's got a little bit of rust, you know, but I mean, it's still clean, no warpage, no dents or anything like that. Then if we look inside here, we're kind of looking for the same thing: dents, warps, you know, chunks missing, and everything, right? But all we got is a little bit of rust. So clean it up, be good to go. So that's the visual inspection. All right. So now what we're gonna do is later on, I'm gonna be moving on to a different vehicle. So what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be checking the HVAC system with a scan tool. This vehicle does not have that. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to move it on to a different vehicle, but it'll be a part of this video as well. Continue later. Hey guys, how's it going? So like I said, we're going to be moving on to a different vehicle to check the compressor, but we got a problem. Can't check the compressor on this one. All right, so I'm going to give you like an example of what we would do. So right here, I've got my scan tool, a very nice scan tool. And if you don't know how to use one, I'm sorry, but I bet you there's a YouTube video out there to look at that. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you guys the blower motor speed. All right, so okay, and then blower motor speed, there we go. Okay, and the blower motor speed is at 31.32%. Now what we're going to do is we're going to get in the vehicle here real quick. So my blower's on right now, right? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to up the speed. I'll just hold it here. You guys can see it. So the blower motor turned up, right? And then what I'll do is I'll turn it down. You guys can most likely hear that actually. And then I'll turn it down, right? Look at that, no air. So I can control, you know, the speed and stuff like that from the scan tool, which they come in very handy sometimes. So that's pretty much it, guys. Appreciate it for watching. See you next time.